My name is Alara, and this is my story. It is not a happy story, but it is real. It is about love and loss and the terrible mistakes people make. It is about how one moment of weakness can shatter everything you hold dear, and how the echoes of betrayal can haunt you long after the act itself. I met David when I was young. We were both in college. It felt like a fairy tale from the start. He was charming, kind, intelligent, everything I ever wanted. We built a life together, dreams, plans, a future. We talked about marriage, kids, a house with a garden. Our love felt like an anchor, something solid and unwavering in a chaotic world. We were inseparable, a perfect match. Everyone said it. We truly believed it too. For years we were happy, genuinely happy. We laughed, we explored, we supported each other through every challenge. He was my best friend, my confidant, my rock. But time has a way of wearing things down, doesn't it? Or maybe it was us? Maybe we stopped watering the garden. That was our relationship. I can't pinpoint an exact moment when things started to change. It was subtle. A slow, insidious creep of distance and silence. The laughter grew less frequent. The conversations became routine surface level. I felt an emptiness, a void where passion and excitement once thrived. I still loved David. I truly did. But it was a comfortable love, a safe love, not the electrifying, all-consuming love we once shared. I started to feel restless, suffocated by the predictability of our days. I craved something new, something to make me feel alive again, something to remind me of the vibrant woman I once was. Then Mark entered my life. He was a new colleague at work, full of energy and charisma. He made me laugh in a way I hadn't in years. He listened, truly listened when I spoke about my frustrations, my dreams, my unfulfilled desires. He saw me not just as David's girlfriend or my job title, but as Alara, a woman with her own thoughts and feelings. We started spending more time together. At first, it was innocent. After work, drinks, coffee, breaks, shared lunches. Just friends, right? That's what I told myself. That's what I told David when he asked about my late nights at the office. But it wasn't just friendship. Not really. There was an undeniable spark, a forbidden thrill in Mark's presence. He made me feel desired alive, seen in a way David no longer did. Or perhaps I just stopped seeing that. In David myself, the lines began to blur. The boundaries became porous. One evening, after a particularly challenging day at work, Mark and I stayed late talking in the quiet office. The city lights twinkled outside the window, creating a soft glow around us. He reached for my hand. His touch sent a jolt through me, a mix of fear and exhilaration. I pulled away almost immediately, my heart pounding. But the damage was done. The thought had been planted. The seed of betrayal had taken root. The first kiss was accidental. Or so I tried to convince myself. It was after another late night, another long conversation, another shared bottle of wine at a quiet bar. We were outside waiting for a taxi, and he just leaned in. It was soft, hesitant, then urgent, passionate. My mind screamed no, but my body responded. I felt a rush, a forbidden pleasure, a momentary escape from the mundane reality of my life. The guilt was immediate, a heavy stone in my stomach, but it was quickly overshadowed by the thrill, the excitement of something new, something dangerous. That night I went home to David. He was asleep, peaceful, oblivious. I lay beside him feeling like a stranger, a liar, a monster. The shame was overwhelming, but so was the memory of Mark's lips, Mark's touch. I felt torn in two. A part of me desperately wanted to confess, to undo what I had done, to scream for forgiveness. Another part craved more of Mark, more of that feeling of being alive, of being desired. The affair began subtly. A series of stolen moments, secret texts, hushed phone calls. It escalated quickly into a full-blown physical and emotional entanglement. Every lie I told David felt like a dagger in my own heart. Yet I couldn't stop. It was like being caught in a powerful current pulled further and further away from the shore. I lived a double life, a master of deception, smiling at David while my mind replayed memories of Mark. I became an expert at excuses, late meetings, unexpected errands, spontaneous girls' nights out. My friends unknowingly covered for me. My conscience was a battlefield, a constant war between love and lust, loyalty and longing. I lost weight. I couldn't sleep. I was a shell of my former self, always on edge, always terrified of being caught. But the thrill, the feeling of being wanted by Mark was addictive. It was a temporary fix for a deeper emptiness that I was too afraid to confront. The discovery was inevitable. It always is a loose end, a careless mistake, a forgotten message on my phone. David found it a text from Mark, something innocuous to an outsider. But to David it confirmed his worst fears. His eyes, when he looked at me, were filled with a pain so profound, so absolute, that it instantly shattered my carefully constructed world. There was no anger at first, just a raw, desolate heartbreak that made my own breath catch in my throat. He didn't need me to explain. He just knew every lie, every late night, every stolen moment. Every secret was laid bare in that single devastating glance. The confrontation was quiet, heartbreaking, devastating. He asked why I had no good answer. I mumbled something about feeling lost, about seeking something I thought was missing. But those words felt hollow, pathetic against the enormity of my betrayal. He deserved honesty. He deserved respect. He deserved so much more than what I had given him. His voice was calm, almost eerily. So as he told me he couldn't look at me the same way, that the trust was broken irreparably, that our future, our shared dreams were shattered beyond repair. We broke up. Of course, there was no other way. It was messy, painful, protracted, a slow tearing. A part of two lives that had been so intricately woven together. I moved out. I lost not only David, but also many of our mutual friends who felt betrayed by my actions. I deserved it. I knew it. But it didn't make the loneliness any less crushing. The regret was a constant companion, a heavy shroud that wrapped around me everywhere I went. I tried to move on, I tried to mend things with Mark, but our connection was born of deceit, and it withered quickly. Once the thrill of the forbidden was gone, we had nothing substantial to build upon. Years have passed. Since then, the scars are still there, deep and visible, though perhaps not to everyone on the outside. I have built a new life, a different life. I am more careful now, more introspective, more aware of the damage my actions can cause. I have learned the hard way that true intimacy and connection are built on honesty, on vulnerability, on unwavering trust, not on fleeting moments of selfish desire. I still think of David. Sometimes I hope he found happiness, a love that is pure and untainted by betrayal. My story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that true love requires constant effort, open communication, and a commitment to fidelity. In every sense of the word, I carry the weight of my past choices, but I also carry the lessons they taught me. I am a different person, now hopefully a better one who understands the true cost of infidelity, the irreparable damage it leaves in its wake, not just for the person you betray, but for yourself as well. The ghosts of what-ifs and what could-have-beens will always linger, a somber melody in the quiet corners of my mind, a testament to the love I once had and foolishly threw away for a momentary lapse of judgment, a desperate search for something that was always within my grasp. If only I had opened my eyes and truly seen it,